Hello friends, my name is Shilpa Kakkar. I am from M.B. Patel English Medium Secondary and Higher Secondary School. Today we are going to continue with chapter number 3. The name of the chapter is Vedic Religion and Culture. This is the part 1. In history, we have discussed in the second chapter about Harappa civilization. Harappa civilization declined with the reason which we have not yet confirmed. Still, people believe that it was destroyed many a times, maybe because of earthquake, frequent floods, or the attack. Still, whatever we know, whatever we have found from the learnings, from the excavations, we have found that people started moving further away from that place where it originated from, as because it was frequently attacked or because of the flood. As the urbanization declined, there started the rural civilization. During that time, people from Eurasia entered, and it was called as Indo-Aryan, that is Aryans, which we know. So let us see what did they do and how they have moved forward and carried the civilization on. In this chapter, we are going to learn about Ved. We know about Vedas. There are four Vedas and the Vedic literature. Migration of Aryan, Vedic Aryans and their geographical areas, custom of Vedic period, state and organization, religious and spiritual rituals of Vedic age, economy of Vedic period, and post Vedic India. Let us discuss one after the other the points, the topics in this session. Ved. The first topic which we are going to discuss is Rigved and Vedic literature. Ved. Ved is the word which is derived from the word with. With means to know. Vedic age includes Rigved and the social, cultural, political, religious, and economic matters. All these things are mentioned in Rigved. Vedic literature includes two types of books, Mantra and Brahman. You all know there are four Vedas. The first Ved is Rig Ved, second Sam Ved, third Atharva Ved, and the fourth one is Yajur Ved. We are going to discuss about Rig Ved only. It is the most important source of knowing Vedic history. It is divided into 10 chapters, which is also known as mandals. Rig Ved consists of suktas. Suktas, these are the verses. There are 1028 suktas. The book is in the poetic form, which sketches various situations of India of the period of Ved. Rig Ved, it is believed that it must have been written in 1200 BC. Aryans. We all know about Aryans. But how Aryans are connected to Vedic literature? Till 19th century, they were known as the dynasty or a group of people. But many researches have been done in the second half of the 20th century, which proved that Aryans is not a word signifying people, but it is a linguistic term. Linguistic term means the language in which we speak. It means that such a group of people who spoke Indo European languages. The Latin and Greek languages are originated from it. In all these languages, there is a lot of similarity. Hence, their sound, that is, phonetic sounds, and meanings are almost same. We know that Aryans have migrated, and there has been archaeological base that Aryans originally they belonged to Eurasia, that is south of Russia. They lived over there in 4000 BC in the meadows of Russia and steppes. These people were the cattle herders, and for fodder they were migrating. And in search of fodder, they reached to Central Asia, and after that, from Khyber Ghat of Hindu Kush mountain, they reached India. They were the ones who knew about horses and cows, as it was their integral part of their culture. We have come to know that they were using the vessels which were made up of earth. They were those were their identity. Their migration from Central Asia to South Asia was confirmed by these earthen vessels. People believed that they arrived, and consequently the Aryan Vedic Sanskrit language became their main language, and due to that, in the north of India, that language became the prominent one. It is the best expression in, in Vedic literature. They believed to be the residents of Sapt Sindhu. That is, they lived in the region called Sapt Sindhu. Sapt Sindhu means seven rivers. As you all know, that the civilization originated, and developed on the banks of the river. These seven rivers were Sindhu, Bias, Ravi, Chenab, Satluj, and Saraswati. They were also familiar with Kumbh River of Afghanistan. The people of Rigveda resided there. They fought battles and migrated in search of pastures. Gradually, they proceeded towards east, and by the end of the Vedic period, approximately 1000 BC, they settled around Uttar Pradesh and Bihar. Their customs were quite different. The family was patriarchal. You all know. In the previous chapter, we did that during the Harappa civilization, the family was matriarchal. I have told the difference between patriarchal and matriarchal. Here, father is the head of the family. But it did not mean that the women had not enjoyed the prominent position in the family, because there was a system of monogamy. The woman got married at a mature age only. These were divided into tribes, which they called as Vansh or Visha. The biggest unit, that is the societal unit, was called as Jan. The people of the same Vansh remained combined, that is, they were together and they were known as the blood relatives. There is no mention of Varna system or a caste system. That means they were adopting the profession of their liking. We have come to know that the king during the Vedic period was called as Rajanya. They were the head of the society of their area. Women also participated in many political discussions, and it is believed that women had contributed in Vedas also. The women of that age, like Apala, Ghosha, Lopamudra, Gargi, Maitri, they contributed in composition of the verses, that is, Richas of Rigved. This shows that women enjoyed a respectable position in the society. Their religions and spiritual rituals were also quite distinct. The form of the society was tribal and patriarchal, but there was not much mentioning of goddesses. Maybe they were worshipping the natural elements, nature god because we have found many prayers in Rig Veda related to Indra, Varun, Mitra, Agni, Vidyut. All these gods seems to be interconnected because they considered Indra as their main god. They worshipped the god of rain and war. Indra was god of rain and war. The name of the Indra is mentioned in most of the Rig Vedas. Pavan is associated with Indra. Rain and wind were important aspects of their lives. Agni is there another important god. They believed that Agni was the link between God and man. Therefore, this cultural attribute is yagna. They believed that Indra is propitiated by the yagna and sends rain. Agni is the medium to reach Indra. Varun is believed to be the manager of the globe. He was known as Rat. The god named Pushan was the god of animal. That is why herdsmen used to worship Pushan. In the life of the caravan people, he had an important place. Drinking sombras as a beverage was a cultural tradition for them. The suktas in Rigved were called were spoken to call the gods. The work of the offerings, rituals of worship, and work of yagnas were performed by Brahmins. And most of the time, they used to donate, contribute to enjoy the wealth and a long life. The state organization was different, and they believed their economic life was also different from these people. In this session, we end over here. For better understanding, read the chapter. Till then, bye. Thank you.